guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you 3 cool crafts that are made with mostly cardboard that you've probably never seen before. For the first one, I'm going to use an owl template, and then I'm going to use it to trace it twice on cardboard. On one it's just like this, but on the other one I cut out all the details, but you don't have to do it and I'll show you why later. You're also going to need a cardboard strip that is 5 centimeters long, but if you don't have a strip that's long enough, you can cut out several of them. Then I'm going to use some hot glue to outline the little details, and then I'm going to glue on the cardboard strips, and I'm making sure that they're right on the edge. Once the strips are glued on, then I'm going to glue on the other piece of cardboard, making sure that it matches the strips correctly. So now this is what it looks like so far, and the next step is to just decorate it, and you can use whatever you want: paint, craft foam, or cardstock. I chose to use cardstock paper, and now I'm using my X-Acto knife to take out all the details like the eyelashes, the beak, and the feathers. Unfortunately, the details didn't align perfectly onto the cardboard, so I decided to turn it into a zombie. That makes it a lot easier to match the paper onto the cardboard. Then I also covered the sides with paper, and after that I used a colored pencil and some markers to draw on the details. To make it a lot cuter, I decided to cut out and glue on some paper glasses, but of course you don't have to do this. And finally, for the feet, I decided to glue on these little yellow paper shapes. What makes this special is that you can use these fairy lights or any other battery-operated lights to put inside your owl and use it as a nightlight, or you can just leave it like this and use it as room decor. For the second craft, I'm using this thick cardboard, and as you can see it has 2 layers, but if you don't have thick cardboard, you can just glue 2 pieces of cardboard together to get a really thick piece like this one. First, I cut a piece that's 30 centimeters by 40 centimeters long, and even though my cardboard is thick, I decided to double it up because I want it to be sturdier. The next pieces are going to be 2 that are longer and 2 that are shorter with these measurements. Using my hot glue gun, I'm going to align one of the short pieces to the short side of the rectangle. And then I'm going to align the other pieces. As you can see, I did this 3 times to make 3 boxes. Now I'm going to use some white spray paint to cover the inside, and then once it's dry, I'm using this cute gift wrapping paper to cover the sides and the bottom. The cool part of this craft is that I'm using these little wheels that don't only go back and forth, but they also rotate in their place. And to glue on the metal part, I'm going to use super glue instead of nails or screws. Now, turning my box upside down, I'm going to remove a piece of the paper so that it can really stick on. And if I was using paint, I would just sand it down. I'm going to go a step further by cutting the cardboard so that the glue has a place to stick on. What I'm doing here is just adding glue onto the sides and avoiding the middle so that it can still rotate properly. And this is what it looks like so far. To join the 3 boxes, you're going to need some strips with these measurements. I also doubled up the strips so that they're sturdier, and the same goes for the paper, so I covered the front, back, and all the sides. Next, align all the boxes together as straight as possible, and then bring the long strip and put it just in the center, and then using a pencil, I'm going to make a line on both sides. Then on the long strip, I'm going to make divisions here. On each division, make 4 marks, trying to space them as evenly as possible. And you're going to do this on the bottom, on the middle, and on the top. Get some clear tape and put a little piece on each one on the markings, and you're going to bring your X-Acto knife and make a little hole in the markings. You're going to put the top part of the strip in the middle of the first box. Using the markings you've already made, you're going to take your X-Acto knife and make some markings on the box. And if your markings are a little bit too small, you can carefully make them bigger using your X-Acto knife. To make sure my boxes stay put, I'm using these little zip ties that you can get at a hardware store, and they're really cheap. Going from the inside of the box, I'm poking my zip tie through, and then I'm taking my long strip and poking it through there, and then I'm taking the point and poking it on the other side of the long strip, and then I'm putting it and taking it under the box. Finally, you're going to secure your zip tie by pulling the end as hard as possible, and then you're going to trim the end. And this process goes for every marking. If you want, you can take another piece of the paper and cover the outside zip ties, but it's totally up to you. And all that's left to do is to fill up your boxes. You can fill it up with things you normally need, or some other things like paint or glue or whatever you want. And of course you can take it wherever you need to take it. Because of the wheels, just be gentle and remember to double up on the cardboard so that it lasts longer. For the final craft, you're going to be needing a container that's kind of like this one, and you're going to cut it into 3 pieces. As you can see, only one of them has the bottom part, so to make more bottom parts, all you have to do is cut out a circle that's the same size and glue it onto the bottom. To hide the raw edges, I'm going to be using a little bit of this gold washi tape, and I'm going to put it on the top. Making these cuts makes it a lot easier to then fold the washi tape inwards. Next, cover the outside and also the inside with any color paper of your choice. I covered mine with blue, purple, and pink paper. And finally, I cut out these really pretty unicorns and I just put it on the container. And that's it. It's really easy and it's really cute too. I hope you enjoyed this cardboard crafts video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye!